For this class is for the song Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, Get Along Little Dogies. It's a great old cowboy song. So it's a waltz. It's one of the first waltzes we learned. So the rhythm that we'll be using is a little different than the bum ditty. The bum ditty goes like this. But for the waltz, you add one extra ditty to the bum ditty. It's like this. So one. If you don't like doing the thumb string between each brush, you can just do. So I'm in the key of D. Here's the tuning. Alright, so here's Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, Get Along Little Dogies. There's a solo that I'll do a couple times in between some of the verses. It was early one morning, I was riding for pleasure. I spied a cow puncher come riding along. His hat was throwed back and his spurs was a-jingling, and as he was riding, he was singing a song. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, it's your none of my own. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Early in the spring we round up the dogies, mark them and brand them and bob off their tails. Round up our horses, load up the chuck wagon, and throw all them dogies up onto the trail. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, it's your misfortune, tain't none of my own. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Well, some folks will ride this old cow trail for pleasure, that's where they get it most awfully wrong. I wish I could tell you the troubles they give us as we go riding these dogies along. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, it's your misfortune, ain't none of my own. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. And punching and driving them dogies. Oh, how I wish that they would go on, just hooping and yelling, get on little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, it's your misfortune, tain't none of my own. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. mostly learned that from Pete Seeger's version, but I also kind of use a structure and a melody that I've just heard over the years. I'm not sure where it all comes from, but style definitely is Seeger style, a waltz, which you can use for any waltz if you choose. Notice I'm putting in that little hammer on there. Near the end there, I went into sort of a strumming rhythm with the right hand. I'm just kind of going with my index finger. Going back with the thumb sometimes. To make it louder and more energetic. Solo is just kind of a solo version of the verse melody. That's all it is, but repeated twice. So it's an F chord with 2 pull-offs on the first string coming from the 3rd fret. And then just 2 of the bum-diddy-ditties. And then I go up to the 5th fret on the first string and do 2 bum-diddies. Back down to D, and I do a hammer-on on the first string going up to the 2nd fret. So that whole first part goes. Once more. And then the second time through, it's the same thing, almost all the same thing. The pull-offs. But then you just land on the D, on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Like this. And then you just repeat those, like this. That solo. I think it's pretty simple, but it's a cool sound. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, it's your misfortune, tain't none of my own. Whoopie Ti-Yi Yo, get along little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Alright, thanks for watching.